Today I will present about descriptive decision theory. What is decision theory making? Making a decision, acquiring data, and weighing potential solutions are all steps in the decision-making process. You may make more careful, intelligent judgments by organizing pertinent information and outlining alternatives by following a step-by-step decision-making process. This strategy raises the likelihood that you will select the one that will satisfy you the most. Next, we go to descriptive decision theory. The focus of descriptive decision theory is to identify and highlight similarities in the decision that individuals tend to make. It is often separated from a comparable effort called normative decision theory, which aims to give a description of the decision that individuals ought to be disposed to make. The development and testing of formal modes that try to enhance the descriptive effectiveness of a framework known as subjective expected utility have taken up a large portion of the effort in this field. Okay, now we go to descriptive components. Paradox and decision-making issues has been attempted to explain by new descriptive theory. The prospect theory and the regret theory are maybe the two most well-known theories. The majority of these theories have the following characteristic. The function that is defined over prospects is used to express preferences. The function meets ordering and continuity requirements, and the monotonicity assumption is upheld. Okay, next we go to regret theory. The theory's main assumption is that while making decisions, people consider not just the outcomes but also how each one compares to what they would have gone through in the same situation if they had made a different choice. As a result, the effects are not independent of one another, and decision may be inconsistent with the transitivity assumption. For example, consider a person who is concurrently buying insurance and gambling. Therefore, whether a person has a generalized fear of or enjoyment of taking risks, their conduct is at odds with the EUT. The following is how the regret theory explains the situation. People get insurance because they believe that the outcome in the case of an accident will be adverse if they do not. Individuals also regret not playing for a little bet since in the event of a victory, they could lose a large winning prize. Okay, then we go to prospect theory. The foundation of the prospect theory is made up of the qualities discovered in experimental research. The prospect theory models the decision-making process as a two-step procedure. Prospects are modified using a range of choice heuristics in the initial stage. A preference function, which may be represented by the decision-weighted utility function, is used in the second phase to evaluate options over edited possibility. However, there is no explicit editing step in the later iteration of prospect theory, even if they do acknowledge that editing may be significant. Okay, next we go to theory of stochastic preference. The idea of stochastic preference is a relatively new descriptive alternative that we briefly discuss here. The theory uses stochastic values to approach pupil risky choices, power to create new models, test accepted ideas, and research experimental data has been granted by the new direction. Some of the EUT axioms are demonstrated to be false by a common experiment. The theory of stochastic preferences believes that stochastic preferences may account for the outcome. Now we go to example of descriptive decision theory. What actual contributions to economics do alternative or non-expected utility theories make? Are there only unnecessary complications, nothing more? Keep in mind that the EUT can logically separate a variety of issues from our focus. Consider the markets for gambling. From the perspective of the EUT, it is illogical for a risk-averse individual to engage in wagers then the expected return is zero or negative. However, many of us participate in regular gambling, thus something is lacking from EUT. Gambling and the markets that support it are so intriguing because they provide an actual setting in which to analyze and evaluate decision-making theories. Additionally, we may utilize gambling data in other economic domains like the insurance or investment markets if we believe that people act similarly in other markets as they do in gaming market. Next, we look at certain behavioral biases that the EUT finds challenging to handle in the gambling markets. Okay, lastly, we go to conclusion. Making management decision more effectively requires an understanding of the decision action makers and more specifically the reasons behind those actions. Unaided decision making is likely to constantly exhibit a given set of decision making behaviors. Instead of attempting to eliminate some of these clear barriers to good outcomes, the descriptive theories provide insight into a person's misleading conduct, and this insight may be utilized as prescriptive support in business circumstances and more broadly in every risky decision that must be made in real life. As a result, normative and descriptive theories are not incompatible. They are more like complementary to each other. Thank you.